Barbecue sauce shouldn't be one flavor. Sweet ribs, tangy pulled pork, spicy wings, sticky glazed chicken, they all need a different balance. Instead of buying 5 different sauces, there's a much simpler approach. One base sauce built from pantry staples that you can take in any direction you want depending on what you're cooking. Today, I'm going to show you how to build a base sauce, and then how a few small changes completely change the flavor into things like sweet and smoky, tangy Carolina style, spicy chipotle, or even an apricot version that most people have never tried. Plus, options for other flavor combinations. Hi friend, come on in. Barbecue sauce has a lot to do, so it shouldn't be boring. Store-bought sauces are thick and full of who knows what. Most of them lean heavily sweet, so you end up trying to force one flavor to work for everything. Plus, sometimes they just don't have the flavor you want, or they discontinue your favorite. I'm looking at you, Hunts. I am going to show you how to make a base recipe that is easy to modify, uses pantry staples, and ingredients you can identify. The base sauce comes together with canned tomatoes. This can easily be made with fresh peeled tomatoes and a longer simmer time, or ketchup if you need something fast, but be mindful of the extra sugar. In a small stock pot, add one 28-ounce can of tomatoes, either already pureed or pureed with an immersion blender. I am tripling the batch to showcase the different flavor possibilities. The recipe on screen and the amounts I give are for one base batch. To this, I want to add 2 tablespoons of tomato paste and 2 to 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar or other sweet vinegar. I like to use the vinegar to rinse my cans to ensure I get all the flavor into the pot. For the seasoning, I am adding 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and a half teaspoon of salt to start. I am also adding in 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. This is optional, but it does give a really nice umami flavor. This is our base sauce, and it will need to simmer for about 30 minutes. This brings the flavors together and reduces the sauce so it thickens naturally instead of relying on added sugar or thickeners. There is no sweetener in this sauce yet. The choice of sweetener will create the depth and flavor of the various sauces. Keeping the base unsweetened gives you full control later, instead of trying to adjust something that's already locked into one direction. Once the sauce has simmered, it is time to pick a flavor, or make them all. First up, I have a classic sweet and smoky barbecue sauce. To the base sauce, add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of brown sugar and either liquid smoke or more smoked paprika. This is most similar to, quote, regular store-bought barbecue sauces. This will be your workhorse sauce that pairs well with just about everything. The brown sugar gives you that deep sweetness, while the smoke balances it so it doesn't taste flat. This works well with ribs, chicken, roasted vegetables, or even grilled tofu. For a Carolina-style sauce, add in about 2 to 3 tablespoons more vinegar and about 1 to 2 tablespoons of mustard. Yellow mustard will have that classic vinegar tang, but other mustards work. They just give a slightly different flavor. Use what you like. This one is much more vinegar forward, so it cuts through richer foods instead of coating them. This pairs well with pulled pork, chicken, or anything shredded like jackfruit or mushrooms. To make a spicy chipotle, add in about 1 to 2 cloves of garlic, minced, and 1 to 2 chipotles in adobo sauce, minced. If you prefer a smooth sauce, puree it. Sometimes the skin on the chipotle pepper can be a little tough to break down with a knife. The chipotle adds both heat and a deeper, smoky flavor, so it feels more layered than just adding spice. Try this with beef, chicken, or roasted vegetables like peppers and sweet potatoes. For a honey garlic, add about 1 to 2 cloves of minced garlic and about 2 to 3 tablespoons of honey. And different honeys will give slightly different flavor profiles. If you use a hot honey, the sauce will have a little more heat to it, versus a clover honey will be milder. This leans more towards a glaze where the sugar and garlic cook down and coat whatever you're using it on. This works well with chicken, pork, tofu, or even roasted carrots. Last up is an apricot sauce. Add about a quarter cup of apricot preserves or apricot puree if you have it. This flavor profile can go in different directions. The apricot brings both sweetness and acidity, so it builds a more layered, slightly brighter sauce. I chose to add in garlic, ginger, and a little soy sauce. This gives it a slightly more teriyaki-style flavor profile. This can also easily be just apricot with a little vinegar or chili flakes. This pairs well with chicken, pork, tofu, or grilled vegetables like zucchini. Simmer your sauce another 5 to 10 minutes or to your desired thickness to bring the flavors together. The longer you simmer and reduce the sauce, the richer it will become. Taste your sauce and adjust the flavor and salt. You're not following a fixed recipe here. You're adjusting based on what you want the sauce to do. If you find you want more tang, add more vinegar. More sweetness, add more of the sweet component. Have some apple jelly you need to use up? Add it with a little smoked paprika for a smoky, fruity sauce. How about adding in some instant coffee granules with molasses and chili powder for a bold and slightly bitter sauce that pairs well with beef? Chill it in the fridge and brush it on whatever you are grilling and allow the sauce to cook. Or use it as a marinade before grilling. Or add it to shredded meat after cooking to go for that saucy pulled meat vibe. Barbecue sauce doesn't have to be a one flavor condiment. This comes together quickly, can be customized to your pantry, and lets you finally get the flavor you actually want.